President Trump is doubling down on his criticism of Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, calling him a, quote, dictator without elections. It's one of a series of claims which seem to echo Russian talking points, and that is raising concerns on Capitol Hill and overseas. Ed O'Keefe is at the White House. Ed, good morning.
Vlad, great to see you. The president's comments drew immediate bipartisan criticism and stunned European leaders already concerned about how willing the U.S. is to defend Ukraine against Russia.
I love Ukraine, but Zelenskyy has done a terrible job.
Speaking Wednesday night at a Saudi investor conference in Florida, President Trump sharply criticized Ukraine's leader, blaming Volodymyr Zelenskyy for starting the war with Russia.
President Zelenskyy talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into a war that basically couldn't be won.
The U.S. has spent just $183 billion so far, but Trump's criticisms went further.
A dictator without elections. Zelenskyy better move fast or he's not going to have a country left.
Zelenskyy was elected in a landslide in 2019, and the country has suspended elections because it's under martial law permitted during wartime by its constitution. A recent poll gives Zelenskyy a 57% approval rating among Ukrainians, higher than Mr. Trump's American scores. And the president's decision to call Zelenskyy a dictator, first expressed in a Truth Social post, came just hours before he referred to himself as the king, and before a senior White House official posted this image of the president in royal garb. These comments come as the president attempts to rewrite recent history and challenge bipartisan views that Russian President Vladimir Putin started the war, just as senior U.S. and Russian officials met this week to restore relations. Zelenskyy suggests Trump lives in a disinformation space. And on Capitol Hill, some Republicans had strong words against Russia's president.
Vladimir Putin is a gangster. He makes Jeffrey Dahmer look like Mother Teresa.
While Democrats are furious.
Make no mistake, right now the Kremlin is overjoyed by what Donald Trump is saying and what he's doing.
Today, we expect Zelenskyy to meet with Keith Kellogg, President Trump's special envoy for the Ukraine war, who's traveled to Kyiv for face-to-face discussions. Vlad?
Ed, before you go, we have some news about major cuts that are coming at the IRS and possibly the Pentagon. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, more than 6,000 IRS employees are expected to have their jobs cut by the end of this week, according to a source familiar with the plans. Most are from just one division, the one that serves small businesses and the self-employed. An email obtained by CBS News says those being fired are, quote, not deemed as critical to tax filing season. Now, over at the Pentagon, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has told senior leaders to prepare for an 8% trim to the budget. The Pentagon expects to redirect that money towards Trump administration priorities like border security. Vlad?
All right, Ed, thank you very much.